Every night, somewhere, someone writes to Krishna. Tonight, we listen to three voices, one carrying a heavy curse, one caught in confusion, and one discovering Krishna as a friend. These letters may just be your own story. This is Letter to Krishna. Dear Krishna, nowadays I feel less focused and more distracted, and also feel very tight and congested. Also, I feel like I'm being tortured. Help me to overcome this and how to find peace. And I feel ignored by many. My dad cursed me, saying that I will die like my mother and never be happy throughout my life. And whatever I do, I will never be happy. His curse has come true, although I didn't die, but I'm not at all happy. I forgive everyone in my life. My dad passed away after COVID. Krishna, am I that sinful person? My dad doesn't even know me well. He thinks he's right, but he doesn't even know how much pain I have endured till his last breath that he has seen me. Krishna, what can I do in these situations? Curse is there, and is it true? If yes, then what should I do in this situation? Your beloved. Dear friend, I hear your cry from the letter, the weight of distraction, self torture, feeling ignored, and also the heavy shadow of your father's words. Let me tell you with the gentleness of someone who has seen many lights, you are not born by his curse. Painful words can wound deeply, but they do not define destiny. The truth is, you are still carrying his voice inside you like an echo. That echo is what makes you feel tight, congested, tortured. It is not the curse, it is the memory of it. And memories can be released. Think of Krishna as in youth, when Shishupala kept insulting him again and again in public. Everyone thought the insults would reduce Krishna's glory. But Krishna remained calm, radiant, untouched. Because an insult has no power unless you let it enter your heart. In the same way, your father's curse can only live if you keep feeding it with fear. You're not sinful, you're simply hurt, and hurt can heal. The past cannot be changed, but your relationship to it can transform. The moment you stop fighting his words and instead tell yourself that was his pain, not my truth, you begin to breathe again. My advice to you is stop asking, is the curse true? And start asking, what truth do I choose to live from today? Because Krishna has already given you the freedom to write your own story. Hare Krishna and take care. From the weight of the past, we move to another heart, caught between holding on and letting go. Madhav, you know what's happening to me. It's so painful. I am not able to understand what to do. I don't know whether I should stop trying to keep the connection alive or just let go of it. And I leave everything on time. They say if you really need something, you should keep trying. What if I let go of this connection and I'll lose it forever because I didn't try enough? Or what if I lose it because I tried to hold it so tight? Madhav, what should I do? My mind is so tired and emotionally drained. I am so tired of waiting and coping. You know everything about it. I once tried to forget things and move forward, but again and again my mind is going back. I feel like I'll lose something too precious if I don't keep trying. I am so tired, Madhav. I can't bear it anymore. Please help me. Please show me the way. Please remove me from this constant circles of spirals. I want to be free. I am so tired. Dear friend, I can feel the exhaustion you carry. When the heart longs for connection and the mind keeps circling back, it becomes like a bird trapped in its own cage, wanting freedom yet clinging to the bars. You ask, should I hold on or should I let go? The truth is, it is not about the choice itself, but about how you hold. If you hold with fear, the bond suffocates. If you hold with love and space, it breathes. If you let go with bitterness, it burns. But if you let go with surrender, you find peace. Once in Vrindavan, a little boy was crying. He had a clay pot full of butter. He clutched it so tightly, afraid someone would take it, that the pot slipped and shattered on the ground. Seeing his tears, Krishna walked over, scooped some butter from the floor, and said, "Did you think by holding so tight you could protect it? If it was meant for you, even broken pieces would still reach your mouth. And if it was not, no matter how strong you hold, it would slip away." And in that moment, the boy learned the tighter you hold, the more fragile things become. My advice to you is, don't choose between holding or letting go. Choose surrender. Choose peace. The right answer will reveal itself in time. Hare Krishna and take care. And now, from pain and confusion, we arrive at a rare letter, not of worship or fear, but of friendship. Hey Krishna, I am your friend Adi. Every night, you come into my dreams guiding me to the future. But I want to know why. I am not your devotee. I don't believe in you as God. And I also don't worship you like others, chanting or doing Naam Jap until you give me everything. I don't even work as hard as others do. Hey Krishna, but one thing, I don't see you as God. Yet whenever I see your Jagannath avatar, it feels like the presence of a best friend. A friend who doesn't care about my bad heart, who doesn't care about my lustful mind, but still opens his hands for a tight embrace. Everyone befriends me because of the qualities you may have given me. I know they all want something from me. Hey Jagannath, everyone is just giving me fake validations and praises. Everyone feels fake. I can't love anyone truly from my heart. Eventually, it feels like everyone only wants my body in a lustful way. But many times, you came into my dreams, and I just want to thank you. I promise that I am committing myself 100% to my country, and I hope I can find God in you, Krishna, not just as a friend. Regards, Aditya. Dear Aditya, your letter is rare. Most fear God, worship Him, or bargain with Him. Very few speak to Krishna as a friend. And that is one of the deepest bonds you can have with Him. When Krishna lived in Dwarka, Rukmani once asked, "Beloved, people worship you as God, but why do you run barefoot whenever Sudama comes?" Krishna smiled and said, "To my devotee, I am God. To my lover, I am beloved. To my friend, I am simply a friend." Sudama laughs with me, cries with me, and shares his hunger with me. That is why I forget the throne and remember only friendship. Aditya, do not feel guilty for not worshipping like others. Your honesty is already prayer in Krishna's eyes. When the world feels fake, his friendship is the only pure one. To see Krishna as Jagannath and his friend is a blessing. Treasure it always. Hare Krishna and take care. These letters are not just stories. They are reminders that Krishna walks with us through our heartbreak, our doubts, our friendships, and our faith. If today's letter touched you, maybe it's time to write your own. Send your letters to modernaimystic@gmail.com. Who knows? Your words may find a voice in the next episode. Until then, stay grounded in trust, stay soft in love, and remember, Krishna is always walking beside you. Hare Krishna and take care.